Hey, Pete.
Hey, Brian, how are you?
I'm good, man.
Thank you so much for doing this. It means a lot.
Anytime you want to call us, you know you can. Blues man, singer, songwriter, with those badass dance moves, the most electrifying front man in the history of rock and roll, the Woofa Goofa Mama Tufa. Peter Wolf is here with us.
Hey, don't forget the green teeth.
Hey, man, it's been a while.
Thank you, Brian. It's good to be here.
I think the last time you came to see us here at BLM, you did a Peter Wolf show over at the Port City Music Hall. So
right, and actually last time I was in Portland, I just finished recently a solo recording, and Portland houses one of the great mastering studios in the world, Gateway Mastering, run by Bob Ludwig. So I was hanging out in Portland, visiting the wine bars and catching up on the scene in Portland just a couple of months ago, because the album just got finished, the solo record just got finished, and Portland was the home base, so there I was.
And Portland, Maine's your second favorite city in New England, right?
There you go. No, it's a great city, and they got some great Portland's happening. What I like about Portland, too, is, you know, they fixed up the whole harbor side and the pier down there, but they didn't. It's not overly commercial. It still retains its character, and there's so many interesting stores and bookstores and wineries and breweries that I like to just go up to Portland just to hang.
Oh, we love hearing that. We still got plenty of historical authenticity here in Portland, Maine, which is very cool. When's the new album coming out? When's the new album coming out, Peter?
New album's coming out in March. There's one or two titles I'm still working with, so I haven't decided which one it'll be, but it's the follow-up to Midnight Souvenirs. And again, it was mastered up there in Portland, Maine, where a lot of last time I was up there, matter of fact, Bruce Springsteen was up there working on his recording. So Portland's a place I enjoy visiting and playing, because we had a history there with the Giles Band. We always would head up to Portland. Portland was like a second hop, skip, and a jump out of Boston. And we would sometimes do New Year's Eve up there.
Yeah, you did three in a row back 1980, 81, and 82. Yeah,
it was quite. We would pick a city, be it Worcester or Providence or Portland or Boston, and so we'd circulate them around. And so we're looking forward to getting back. For me, it's exciting because it gives me an opportunity to revisit a lot of the material that I helped create and were part of for so much of my life, that it's nice to gather the troops and get out there and blow our faces out.
Now, you immortalized Portland in a song on Love Stinks.
Oh, yes.
Well,
no anchovies, please.
Story. It's not really a song. So. Tell us the backstory on that.
Well, that was funny. Seth Justman and I, who wrote a lot of the songs for the Giles Band, were up at my apartment, and we were thinking of a song, and he was sitting by the piano, and I just started this long narrative, and we had this tape cassette going, and I didn't realize the tape cassette was on, and there was a stream of consciousness kind of thing, and we started to say, okay, let's get to work, let's turn the machine on, and I said, the machine's on. I said, really? I said, let's rewind it. What was that all about? And that was the genesis of what became No Anchovies, Please.
It's a great one. You know, people up here just love it. You mentioned Portland, Maine in any song, and you know that's going to be a big hit up here for sure. Who's in the band now? Other than we got Magic Dick, Seth Justman, DK on the bass. You, of course. Is Marty still playing the drums?
We have Tom Airy playing on drums. We got the great Duke Levine and Kevin Barry filling it out. We have some great singers. And, you know, Brian, like the Allman Brothers or like the Stones or like the Eagles, bands have been together for a long time. Sometimes there are personnel changes, and like the Eagles and Stones and stuff, or even Tom Petty, you want to make sure that the changes keep the music fresh, and that it's not a backwards change, that it's a forward change.
Right.
And that's what's happened, and so we're cooking, and we're blazing hotter than ever. So we're looking forward to getting out there and kicking it up. We also have Ian Hunter, who is, people might know him through Mott the Hoople and the days he played with, did a lot of work with David Bowie and Mick Ronson, and they used to open up for the Giles Band way back, and he'll be joining us on the show, which we're excited about.
That's a real nice surprise, man. We had no idea. You know, we got that announcement, like, what? When's the last time Ian Hunter was around here? Holy moly. Thank you, dude.
And he's a really great artist and has a great band. And in the course of history with the Giles Band, we were around so long, it's funny that many of our opening acts were people like Tom Petty, Billy Joel, the Allman Brothers, U2. So, and Ian, when he was performing with Mick Ronson, he opened up several shows, so it's great to have him back with us. Matter of fact, even Bob Seger opened up for us at one point.
And you guys went on tour with Bob Seger last year, right, on the Ride Out tour? Did that spill into this year too, or?
No, that was last year. We did a bunch of dates. He invited us out, and it was the timing was right, and so we made it up. I think up to Bangor,
right?
And we didn't, unfortunately, get down to Portland because that wasn't on his schedule. Or we would have loved to put our face in that place.
Well, you're going to do it on September 3rd, Maine State Pier. What a beautiful place to see a show, man, and a beautiful place for you guys to perform. Right there on the water. It's amazing. Ships going by and sailboats. And
it sounds idyllic.
Yeah, it is, man. You're going to have a good
place for a house party.
And the VIP section out back for you guys is top-notch. Great view.
Oh, cool. Well, I'm going to be focusing on that great view of the audience.
Yeah, man.
So they get crazy, I get twice as crazy. They get twice as crazy, I get 9 times as crazy. They get 9 times as crazy, I get 27 times as crazy. So I'm sure between Ian Hunter and ourselves, we will be rocking down the city.
Right on, Pete. Thanks so much for calling in, man. We're looking forward to the show September 3rd, Maine State Pier.
Yeah, and thanks for having me. And after Portland, I'm sure we'll be back with the solo run, and we might even be playing at some of the breweries. So we can kill 2 birds with 1 stone.
And you make sure you come by and see us here at BLM.
I will definitely. We've done it before, and we've got to do it again.
You know, you're the reason we have railings on our patio here. We got the patio outside the studio. You performed here back in like 92, 94. When was Long Line? 94?
Yeah, 94, I believe.
Yeah, because you were walking along the edge of the patio.
I know. I remember that day quite well.
Well, now it's safe and secure.
I was tasting some of Portland's finest at that point too.
All right, Peter Wolf, everybody. Thanks so much for calling in.
Thank you, Brian.